Hello, Papua New Guinea, and welcome to another episode of Sports Scene, courtesy of PNG's #1 refreshment, Coca-Cola. We are here at Port Moresby Rugby League Stadium, where you can see behind me action of the Southern Nines Rugby League competition. It just started yesterday, and we'll be going for the rest of the week to see who is the champion of the Southern region in the Nines version of the event. Good luck to all the teams taking part. Well, we do have an extra exciting show for you this evening. We have an interview with Jean Caltech, a young striker who has come across to PNG from Vanuatu and joined the Hekari Football Club ranks to help them with their NSL and O-League campaign this season. And of course, we have an update from Sir Hubert Murray. There's big renovations happening down at the stadium in preparation for the 2015 games, so that should also be an interesting story to come up on the show. Now, let's go to this week's Sporting Briefs.
In the sports briefs this week, the NCD Darts presentation of awards took place on Saturday, recognizing all the outstanding talent for the 2013 season. In the team awards, minor premiers went to Bullets Team 1, who also were this year's runners-up, while NCDC Lagatoi Team 2 were the champions for the season. Rookie of the Year went to Danga High, Male Player of the Year Jeffrey Jackson, Female Player of the Year Susan Henju, and Grand Final Man of the Match, Julius Raka. The event also saw the outgoing President Kenny Smith be recognized for his contribution to the competition, while outstanding services to the games was awarded to Philip Tabogani and Maurice Karukuru. The PNG Barramundis have bounced back when they advanced to the playoff stages at the International Cricket Council World 2020 qualifier. PNG beat Bermuda by 5 wickets and are 2 wins away from qualifying for the 2014 World Cup in Bangladesh. And the Under-23 national men's soccer team went down 3-1 to Laos yesterday in their final match at the Four Nations Cup in Indonesia. The team will return tomorrow.
Well, there you have it, this week's Sporting Briefs, and congratulations to the Barramundis, our boys over there in Dubai at the World Cup qualifiers in the T20 Cricket Championship. They bounced back after 2 losses to beat Bermuda, and that means they're only 2 matches away from qualifying for the World Cup of T20 in cricket. So good luck to the Barramundis over those next 2 matches, and we're hoping that they do qualify and win this week's World Cup. We're going to go to a break, but when we return, more sports here on NTV.
And yes, welcome back to Coca-Cola Sporting. Thank you, Andrew Lopani. We now take a look at our player profile for this week, and it is Jean Caltech. Of all of you out there who don't know who Jean is, he is Hekari United's latest import. Yes, he hails from Vanuatu, and only at the ripe age of 19 years old, he's joined the champion football club Hekari United FC. And we take a look at our player profile for this week. Champion National Soccer League Football Club Hekari United will be looking for their 9th consecutive premiership come 2014. With the coming Oceania Champions League, Hekari will be giving their best for another chance to qualify for the big event, and this leads to importing of international players. Adding to the number of imports for Hekari is 19-year-old Jean Caltech from Vanuatu. Jean joins local striker Nigel Dabinyaba, Raymond Gunemba and Solomon Imports.
Guayaba.
And there you have it, young Jean Caltech, yes, of Hekari United FC. He is the latest import for the football club, yes, and we do wish him all the best, only 19 years of age, as he joins the club in the 2014 National Soccer League season. Yep, we'll go for a break now. Coming up on the other side, we have a story for you. Yes, the trustee board of directors for the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium has been announced. That's after the break. With the 2015 Pacific Games coming to our shores, renovations of existing venues are well underway. For the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, after the land was obtained back by the government, renovations have begun, and just recently a trustee board of directors was announced. The Sir Hubert Murray Stadium is anticipated to be a multi-purpose venue and is scheduled to be completed by March 2015 in time for the Pacific Games in July. The Pacific Games Authority in due course will confirm which events will be held at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium during the Pacific Games.
We did have a run-in with the chairman of Motokoi Tabo Council and the Assembly, which a court case, we went through a court case, and the state got the land back to where it rightfully belongs. Now, a proper permanent trustee will be set up to manage, run, construct and build the brand new Hubert Murray Stadium. Now this is a big project, and it's going to take a lot of effort from the new chairman and also its new board members. Now the trustee is going to be, and the land will be given back to NCDC. But I'm very pleased to announce that the Prime Minister, Honourable Peter O'Neill, has appointed and approved the chairmanship of Sir Michael Curtin, a long-time resident. You can say he is a Papua New Guinean who has contributed so much to Papua New Guinea through his business enterprises throughout the country, and in employment of our people. So it was not a hard task at all to ask for Sir Michael to be the chairman, and he accepted graciously to be the chairman. And with that as well, with his experience in construction and business in Papua New Guinea, there'll be an asset to the Hubert Murray Stadium Board of Trustees and Directors. Also backing him will be Costas Constantino, the chairman of the Pacific Games, but in his capacity as a professional businessman, a successful businessman and Papua New Guinean, who is here on the trustee as well to support, submit, give ideas and move the Hubert Murray Stadium forward as well in the business side of things. And I'm very honoured that Costas has come on board to support this and be on the board as well. With that, we have some new faces as well. The newly elected councillor for Turama, Councillor Ovia. He's a newly elected councillor. He has been in the business scene as well, in the private sector, and now a councillor for Turama and for Motokoi Tabo, and with his experience it will be greatly needed as well on the new trustee board. We have Junior Skate. Junior Skate, as you know, the son of our former Prime Minister, who is also his own private businessman and runs his own companies in Moresby South, and also has a lot to do with the youth, young men and women in the community, and with projects and programs as well that we roll out through the Moresby South electorate. So Junior Skate will assist in sporting activities and other areas like that with Hubert Murray Stadium, and part of the trustee as a director. Another prominent Motukoi Tabo leader in Moresby South is Babani Maraga from Kirakira. He has wealth of experience in government and private sector, and also former High Commissioner as well with the Foreign Affairs and Immigration Division of the Papua New Guinea government. And with his international exposure and his business sense, he adds another very important role to play as a Motukoi Tabun, especially for the rights of his people in our city and for the trustee. So the next one we have Peter Samalili Jr., who's represented here by the chairman today of the board, Graham Osborne. He's the new acting executive director of the Sports Foundation. As you know, the Sports Foundation hold all the titles to the land that has been compulsory acquired, including Hubert Murray Stadium. And from there, he represents the PNG Sports Foundation. So this is the new team that is going to be the directors of the new trustee for Hubert Murray Stadium.
But just on behalf of the city, I would like to thank deeply Sam Caden for putting his hands up with his company to come and make this investment. It's really, we have this type of investment coming from private companies to build public institutions, especially sporting arena, because it's not profitable from a company's point of view. So for Semik, he's still pondering, I think, over how he's going to recover his money, but I hope we have a plan that can assist him and to make some returns on it. But otherwise, I want to thank him from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the city and the country for contributing to uplifting and developing the stadium again, so it becomes an asset that we can use for 2015 Pacific Games and beyond.
Welcome back to the show, viewers, and it is time to wrap up this evening's show. But before we do that, we do have a great story updating us on the venues in preparation for the 2015 Pacific Games. That's right, we're only a year and a half away before the rest of the Pacific comes to Port Moresby for the Games. And let's take a look at this story updating us on the status of all the venues.
We're looking at 10,000 seats for the first stage at Hubert Murray Stadium, and that will depend on the funding, of course, and how the funding moves forward. But our aim and objective is to complete 10,000 by 2015, which will be nearly 3 times or 4 times as much as what is there existing or what's being removed now. So it's basically tripling the capacity. Big job. We're talking 3,000 people will be housed there in these brand new state-of-the-art facilities made out of solid concrete. So this is not something that is just going to be put up overnight. This is quite a construction. I want to say thank you to Curtin Brothers for coming on board with China Railway. It has worked in very, very well, and the way they're going with the foundations of the actual building will put us ahead of time of the project. So things are moving great, and we'll have a visit with the Prime Minister. We'll have a visit with the Prime Minister in due course at the Games Village for the inspection of the site, like we did for the Aquatic Centre. But so far, Becca, who is the project manager, a New Zealand firm who is the project manager, will be, has said that everything is on site, on program. There is no confirmation yet on most of the stadiums yet. They are still working on their plans and also confirming which sports will be played. The Physical Planning Board have approved Lloyd Robson Oval to start off under a couple of conditions. Car park capacity to ensure that there's enough car parks for Lloyd Robson Oval. So that's all being addressed now and that's all done.
Well, there you have it, viewers. Straight from the horse's mouth, Minister for the Pacific Games and Sports and National Events, Honorable Justin Churchenko, telling us everything is on track for July 4th, 2015, the opening ceremony of the Pacific Games. And we're looking forward to that. Well, it is time to wrap things up on the show. As I mentioned before, find us on Facebook. You can check us out, Sports Scene on Facebook. Send us a comment, like us, do whatever you want. And, of course, thank you to Coca-Cola for sponsoring the show and all the great deals that Coca-Cola has going on throughout the nation right now, including that 3 Kina 500 ml bottle of Coke. Make sure you check that out. And also on Thursday at 9 p.m., make sure you tune in for Hotspot. We'll have an exclusive interview with Chris Brown of the Papua New Guinea Football Association regarding the upcoming 2014 NSL season, which is due to begin in January next year. So make sure you tune in to Hotspot every Thursday night, and make sure you tune in to Sports Scene every Monday night. We will see you again next week, but for now, good night.